Welcome to Technical Copy Logic's BLOGCAST. Plodding. Being productive with the time you have. Your days are busy and you don't feel like you are able to be productive with side hustles, side projects, learning things that interest you. Here's a concept that has helped me be more productive in my life. To start off, being productive should not be understood as making a ton of progress in one day. Instead, think of progress in the long term, and gaining wealth over a long period of time will add up. If you keep the long game in mind, you can be productive by plodding. What is plodding? Well, it is making a little progress every day over the long term. When you look back in 1 year or more, you'll realize how far you have come. I didn't come up with this idea, but got it from a book by the name of Plot Activity by Douglas Wilson. I definitely recommend checking it out, and there is a link in the comments below. Plodding involves being consistent and disciplined day in and day out, but is being consistent with completing a small amount of work every day that is part of a bigger project. Plodding is a theme that is seen throughout the book of Proverbs. For example, Proverbs 13:11 says, "Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it." In Proverbs 21:5, it says, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty." When talking about gaining wealth, which is exactly what my aim is when being productive, plodding seems to be the key. Wealth is seen as wisdom, knowledge, building things, and also money. Not only is gaining little by little, plodding, a concept in the book of Proverbs, but it is how God has set up his creation. This is seen through the cultural mandate in Genesis 1. "And God blessed them and said to them, 'Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the heavens and over every living thing that moves on the earth.'" This being fruitful and multiplying is not something that can be done overnight, but over a long period of time. We also see this idea of plodding and how the kingdom of heaven is described in the parable of the leaven in Matthew 13:33. He told them another parable. "The kingdom of heaven is like leaven that a woman took and hid in 3 measures of flour till it was all leavened." So plodding is a way of being productive over a long period of time through consistency and discipline every day. Start by determining what you want to accomplish and then break that down into small chunks that you know you can accomplish every day. And once you have that, start to be consistent about it. Here are some ways that I've implemented plodding in my life. Hopefully, it'll help get you started with this concept. First way was reading. I wanted to read a lot of books this year, so I added the total pages of books that I wanted to read and divided that by 365 days to determine how many pages a day I needed to read to get through all the books. It ended up I only needed to read 13 pages per day to get through all 8 books. That's 4,614 pages, which is a really obtainable daily goal. My second example is building out a web app. So I ended up breaking down a web app that I am developing into smaller chunks, and I work on each smaller piece for about an hour each night. Turns out it is coming together a lot faster than I originally thought, and so by using the plotting technique, I'm going to hit my deadline. I really hope this helps you in being more productive to the glory of God.